everybody. It's Sunday.
It is.
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are
PM Artist Studio.
I'm kind of croaky.
Oh, I'm telling you, just, each morning I've been experiencing.
I get better by 3.
Yeah. How it works. Hello, everybody. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you are here. We like to know that you are here because we are an arty friendly bunch of folks, and that's the only way that I know that you're here if you say hello there. Thumbsy upsy if you haven't already. If you're watching in replay, please let us know down below in the comments. And if you want to let us know anything or ask questions, that's the place to do it. Let me tell you, y'all been putting in some bangers lately. Bringing tears and, just
and
enlightenment.
Joy, humor.
Yes. So
chuckles.
Keep them coming, y'all. Let's see here. Yes, thumbsy upsies. Oh, like and share. Share. It helps a bunch. It really does. Just post it somewhere. Anywhere. Somebody might like it. Now, let's say hello to everybody. Hello. We've got Karen McCoy. Hello, Karen. I love that you were trademarked. That's awesome. Yes. I love that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Christina is here for Grace Creations. That is Dawn. Dawn, I love you. Your video the other day was so... I'm sorry. I sometimes when I see people's names and then the thing comes to my head, I got to talk about it. So, Dawn for Grace Creations. She's exploring her video like setups and things. So she started out outside and then she went in and then your grandkid, I'm assuming grandkids, over playing, and it was just really lovely, and it was like being over at your house, and I loved that. So well done. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Y'all don't know For Grace Creations, you need to check her out. She's lovely and wonderful. She's just a wonderful person, and she does wonderful videos, and we like her. So there you go. Acme is here. Alice Goes Nomad. Anna Webb. Up on me. That is April, bartender's daughter. Becky is here. I don't know if I can remember what I said the other day, Becky, but I'll try to lob one over to you. You never know.
Yeah.
Carrie. We got Carrie and Carrie. Carey and Ceri. The crafter. The Carries are representing. Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. Darcy is here. Darcy's one of our designers. She has also been putting out some absolutely awesome content here lately. She has been doing doodle botanicals and things, which is very much in her style of, like, if you want stamps and things. She has more to come on that too, by the way, y'all. So check her out. Deb Brown is here. Diana, Eddie, y'all know. Yeah, Eddie's the king. He's the guy that's building the boxes here lately. I'm loving all my content creators. Oh, y'all know Carrie. Carrie's been doing, I loved his border thing. He's been doing border.
I did too. I comment. I want to do that.
You even commented on that? Oh my God, she commented on a video.
I want to do it for my book.
Okay, look at that. See, we got some folks up in here doing things.
They won't be as neat and meticulous as his, but
it'll be different. But she was inspired. Yes. We should always preface that it is not going to be, the same thing. But that wouldn't be fun anyway. Yeah, we've got Ellen and Ellen. Ellen the Explorer, hello and welcome. I believe that you are new. Emma is here. Gerald, that's Jerry Gerald. Griffin Shell, Rhonda, Handy Scandy, that's Nancy. She's also a content creator. You should check her out. We love her very much. In fact, I think she's been doing all kinds of videos here lately of all sorts of things. Jenny, Jennifer, Jenny. So we got our Jennies and Jennifers in the house. Juliet Beep Beep is here. Yutha, Carla, Lindsay, Lizzie Jean. Hey, Lizzie Jean's been doing some videos. She's doing 100 days of ATCs.
Oh my goodness, that's ambitious.
It's very ambitious. She's still at it. Y'all check that out. Lydia is here. Marguerite, Marcia Markle. Marcia Markle, I wore my stuff yesterday.
Oh, she did.
I wore my earrings and my bracelets.
Splendid. I want you all to notice.
I have my Rhonda bracelets on today. I wore my Mo stuff. I always wear Mo stuff. Anyway, just like to give y'all shout outs because I love you so much. Mixed Media Mess. That is Lori. Pink is here. Pia, Robin, Robin, got our Robins representing. I love it. Rosemary is here. Sandy, Tutu Holly, that is Tammy, and Wendy is here. If I missed you, it was not on purpose. Like Brandy popped in up there at the top. Hoarder Paper Crafts, that's Mimi. And let's see here. Okay, I think I got everybody so far, but if I missed you, give me extra pinky hello hands and I'll get you helloed. Boom, boom.
Did y'all notice my haircut?
I helped. Put the shavers on her. We did good. I might just need you to start doing mine because, like, I love the girl and I just don't like going. I don't like taking the time away to like sit there and
combing and brushing my hair. I find it very irritating. Izzy left this.
This kid.
Here, hand me your phone. I want to read that. My granddaughter is special, and I everybody thinks their granddaughter's special. But,
you want me to go topside?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're gonna read the message.
I'm gonna read the message, and then I'm going to.
Well, I'm gonna let you read. I gotta hold it together because every time I read it, it makes me cry.
Don't read it. I'll read it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going topside.
Oh.
Because I don't want my phone to be shown necessarily.
Oh, okay. So this comes, the little boy that Izzy plays with next door. You've seen him on.
Oh yeah, he was showing him.
Okay.
Hopefully his parents.
His name is Remy. He's cute. And his mother sent Mariah this text message. It says
they played all day yesterday. I mean, like all day.
All day. I forgot to tell. Oh, they made hellacious messes.
Yeah, there's a hobo village down in my living room right now.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you. He comes home one afternoon and he says, Izzy moved up to best friend. I asked him what makes that criteria, and he goes, I told her I have ADHD, and she said, Albert Einstein did too, and that I'm smart, so we'll be Albert Einstein number 2.
Isn't that just, oh. Proud mommy moment there.
Really, I mean, sometimes she's totally oblivious.
Yeah,
and then other times she's just so focused in like a.
Well, and half the time I don't know what she's listening, like what she is absorbing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Colleen. All right, who else is coming in here? Say hello to Alice. Hi, Alice.
Okay, you can go topside now.
Okay. Topside. Ooh, and then I don't know if y'all. I'm sure many of you have, but it's worth saying. There's top view. Froyle had her video out yesterday, as she does each and every Saturday, I believe. But she got her big dance moves, so those are in the shop if you want to go check those out. And then she collaged onto the gel plate. Here was what was really interesting. She used her Citrusolve, Nat Geo pages, right? Because she's done that too. But it was really kind of interesting. She's so impatient. She's a lot like you as far as, being able to wait for things. But she pulled it up a little too soon. And the ink had lifted off of the paper and left back onto the gel plate. Which I think is kind of interesting and sort of confirms, remember the other day when P was doing the rubby thing and the ink was movable. Because I think, once you have the Citrusolve on there, it has made the ink, it is no longer set.
It's fugitive.
So, but it was really cool how it came off on there. And yeah, and she collaged directly to the plate, which was a pretty bold move because that's like that pancake drawing. I know I bring this up every once in a while about how, the people draw the things with pancakes, but you have to think completely backwards.
It's like glass painting.
Well, or even, when you're layering up on the gel plate of any sort of any layers, you kind of have to think about that too. But with the collage, it was sort of an extra, added kind of difficulty because she was using a lot of medium. And that's why it was taking a long time to dry. I think, which was cracking me up. She's like, yeah, it's still wet. It's still wet under there. But a lot of it was coming up. She did let the one dry overnight, and that was kind of sorry for I guess I should have said spoiler alert. I'm assuming y'all have watched.
Oh.
But anyway, well worth watching.
I'll have to go over there and watch it. I did watch her, and it's just in one of these little things.
Yeah, she does great shorts.
The type of glue that she used was you put that foil down and rub it.
Yeah, we have
and then
some
pick
of that.
It up.
And then I don't know what happened to my sticky foil stuff because I really want that because I want to use it with my. I haven't been able to find it since the flocking has been sent. Yeah. Oh, hey, Shannon. Shannon here. Art Junkie is Shannon. Yeah. Hello, Kim.
Oh, and Carrie Barnaba is back again. I like to say her name. Barnaba.
I know, she's becoming a regular. Careful. We warn people about that.
Yeah, happens. All right.
Hey, Charmaine.
Are we ready to do this?
Yeah, you're do the thing that you're gonna do.
Well, you wanted to film it.
I do.
Here. Like that in the background.
I do too. All right. So what we got here, P? This is from the other day when you did the charcoal technique. There was a frottaging. No, this was just drawing. Straight up drawing to.
This is drawing on a piece of paper, which I then transferred to the gel plate. And look at this. There's still stuff sticking around on the gel plate. And then I used kind of a watered glue to just go around the.
Yes, and it was really interesting because it collected in those areas more so, which was a pretty interesting. Yeah. And then you ombre'd. So there you go. Woo woo!
I mean, I think that's a mighty fine print. I'm a little annoyed by this straight line right down here, but
well, you can alter that with some other things.
Fix that.
I'm gonna fix that. Hello, Irma. Hello, and let's see.
Okay. That was a good one. Oh, it's obviously whatever is on this plate is not affecting its ability to.
Right, because that's some other different. That's some different stuff. That wasn't the stuff that you just saw there. That was some different stuff.
That was some different stuff. All right, now here's the other one.
Hey, Gray.
This was the rubbing. Remember, I went over it with blues.
Should I film this one? I don't know if it's as impactful. Like,
yeah, but it has gold.
Oh, okay. It's gonna sparkle. Let's do that
stuff. I really do. Look at the edges of my plexiglass. It's just terrible.
Well, and then I can talk about frottage. Hold on, lady. Hold on.
Oh, this is one of those.
Oh, okay.
Tuggers.
This is one of those extra sticky plates. Please, just keep in mind that it's just the way that it is, and we accept the plate as it is.
We do.
It has been conditioned and whatnot. Now, as for the print, this is frottage on top of. If you don't know what frottage is, you need to come over to our stream. Don't Google it. And so frottage with the charcoal over the bramble branches, which is one of the new stencils over at pmartiststudio.com. You can get that link in the thingy. But yeah, look at that print. If you want to see how that's done, check the link below.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful. Whoop, whoop. I don't know. That's my signature. Whoop, whoop.
I just, I've ended, and I really wanted it to have a bit more, but because for whatever reason, the paint, yeah. All right. Now, moving right along with this, still the same, branchy business here. This branchy business is my new favorite stencil. You know how I get.
It's just you're drawn to it right now.
And I'm just, that's what I want to do. And I've got some more prints to show you using that stencil.
Well, Eddie, we are bold. And we are becoming bolder. So,
yeah.
It seems appropriate.
Sit back and watch it occur. Okay, I want you to, I don't know what's showing up there. I can see it here. All right, there.
There's a delay. Anywhere from 7 to 10 seconds.
I used to count.
She feels like it's a very long time.
you know, a lot of stuff can go down the chute in 7 seconds.
I know that's
tell
right.
you.
Hello, Julie.
All right, so this was a flop off, I think.
Yes, I think so too.
And the reason I say that is because can you see here these areas where it pulled off prior layers of paint? But what I think is remarkable, it's almost like it's veins because of the difference in the this part and then the smooth suavecito background. Anyway, I thought that was worth remarking on. And here, remember this one?
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Emma. She put a color glaze over it.
And I'm going to show you what the color that I used. Come on, you.
I don't know why you cuss at that thing
All
because
right,
you created the problem.
You can see it here. It's transparent.
That's important.
Muy importante. Jackson Studio phthalo turquoise airbrush added to get this lovely transparency. And remember, this is the background I did with the other. Do I still have those? Cut them up. I don't know.
Thank you, Marguerite. I love it.
Sometimes I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, but then sometimes she does.
Oh yeah, here it is. Here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is this is the same technique. Remember, I did the background, then I put the stencil down, then I put the paper down and smashed the paper in really hard.
Yeah, this was over on Thursday's stream. So, like, if you want to see it being done, she did actually do it. She talked about it on Tuesday. Didn't get to it. Got to it on Thursday.
And someone admonished me.
Right, because you were, well, you couldn't
find a nice way.
Yes.
And said, what happened? And I was like, well,
I couldn't find the stencil.
I kept thinking there's something else I need to do.
And you couldn't find the stencil.
And I couldn't find the stencil. It was hanging on.
Because you wanted to do it in the same way, so that way it made more, the most sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So all I did then was just take this turquoise and just brayer it on and smooth it out, and then this is what happened. I think it's quite remarkable. But again, this is where you need to know. Over here, there's a lot of opaque paints, right? Everybody understands that.
Jennifer said she didn't admonish, she friendly reminded. She did.
Yes. Friendly reminder.
Y'all can do that anytime.
Anytime.
Please and thank you, because sometimes we totally forget the things that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, and if I've talked about doing something and I don't do it, it's because I have an aging brain and those kind of things.
Well, she got distracted. There are a lot of squirrels up in here,
y'all.
Oh
my goodness, yes, there are. And,
they're rampant.
Cages are rattling. The little...
It's so funny, like, when we're driving around, Izzy will go, squirrel. Like, she'll see a squirrel, and she knows that, like, it's squirrel.
Yeah,
so she knows it's, like, doubly funny. And it does make me laugh every time.
Okay. There's branches again in a little bit different light.
Uh-huh.
You can see
Mark.
In the background. Oh, I'm not really sure it is. I've got a little swirly-do down here. This could be... Oh, this is the same stencil here.
All right, hey, and...
Just not real spiffy.
Can you show the blue bottle mix once again and just go slowly about what's all in there?
Jackson Studio phthalo turquoise. Airbrush added.
And one of the reasons that there's two things there. So the Jackson Studio, like, it came in a big bottle,
which we don't really have. Rack.
Yeah, it doesn't fit on the rack, or any drawer that is accessible. So what she did, because I had bought her those bottles to mix some other things into. Plus, she loves the airbrush medium, and the nice thing is those little squeezy bottles. So the fact that she added that extra airbrush medium to it made it more fluid-like. Yeah, and a little more transparent.
Yeah, it's a little more loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
And I think this is the same turquoise right here. I'm not sure, though.
It feels about right.
That's about right. But isn't that interesting? I just love this.
So see, that's the one, and then you did the flop off of that other. And that's from the Reddy Brown business that was going on there. I believe.
This is just straight on the on the plate and,
Mhm.
and a brayer off put right on top of it. Nothing fancy. You know.
Yeah.
Same with this. But look at those marvelous puckers. Look at that one right there.
Yeah.
Great
That
puckers.
beautiful rainbowy business that's
And
going on
this,
there.
I think, is really pretty.
That's
too.
very pretty. Please don't make that.
Oh, it's done.
Oh.
I'm done.
Y'all heard it.
Now, look at these puckers. I mean, it's
Oh,
almost like ice crystals.
it does. We love a good pucker. Not all stencils pucker, but when they do, it's magical.
It certainly is. And the part of it is you need to use open paint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it needs to.
And put it on there, and don't be afraid of getting it too thick.
Yeah,
That's all.
that creates puckering as well. So you need like it needs to be fluid-ish.
Well, yes. Okay. What else do we have here?
Hey, Elizabeth.
Oh, this is not anything to write home about, but
It's pretty. Meaning that like it's all this was is so when she did the
this was
frottage,
a pickup,
right,
to get everything off the plate,
or when she did the transfer, so she frotaged onto the. Good gosh, brain work. Okay,
onto
Carnival
Carnival wet strength tissue,
charcoal frottage,
and then transferred it onto the plate, and this is the pickup.
Basically, it's like the ghost print, yeah.
The design was not on here; it was on the paper.
Correct. It was the leftover.
It was the leftover. It was what it was created with.
Mm-hmm.
That's some nice.
And that is a fancy design. And that fancy design is by our king, Eddie.
How about that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's one or two, but it's fancy. Fancy lace.
Yeah. Now, we're going to try something with this because remember this one? This is the one that Gerald was talking about. He said it was. And I've still got that on there. So I don't know if I can do some.
I don't think
but
anything.
we're going to reverse it.
Flip it and reverse it?
No, we're going to reverse the process.
Oh.
I'm going to put, because remember before I had gel plated and then the image was left there. But now all the paint is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to come in and see if I can reverse engineer it. Putting the PanPastels down and then the paint on top of it. Totally. Maybe do a really nice, like ombre background. I'm telling you, I just really, the gold in this, I really like it. And that looks weird.
Hello, Linda Kay and Sean.
Okay, hopefully I can find my little brush here. Remember, we've got the end that's got the nice little
that made me laugh out loud, Lizzie.
pointy business going on there.
So basically, this is just providing an outline.
Yeah.
Because that stuff that's on the plate isn't going to pull up. It really
No.
just needs to be kind of cleaned off. But I like that you're using this as an opportunity.
Well, I think one should.
Yeah.
It would be amiss to just ignore that this is going to be a.
And that makeup brush is, I can tell that that's one of your favorite things here lately.
It is. I mean, I'm not giving this up. I like this end because I can really fluff it out and get large areas, but then I've got this end that comes to a little taper.
Oh, do you have the stencil handy, Froyle's IMPP stencil? I don't know. It may have gotten
Absorbed. into the mass back here.
Mm-hmm.
Into the mass. Oh, here it is.
Look at that.
It's just second on the right underneath.
You know,
Good old.
a few days later, we wouldn't be able to find it again.
But now look at the patina on this.
Yes, with the speckled, because see, that created a real marbly, mottled.
This side's nice too. I mean, you know, this is one of those. It's almost like you got any more of these down there?
I would like to put them in IMPP packets that we'd like to sell in the shop. Because this is a tricky one to get off the mat. Please
so you
note.
have a lot of.
Yes, thank you. See, look, Mo, she's on it. She says, note, this has been cut up.
Yeah, I didn't take off the outside because I couldn't. It'd fall apart and be in.
Mm-hmm. You got to keep that outer piece for the stability.
One. Yeah. Why did you want me to show that?
Well, they wanted to see it, and then we wanted to also address the fact that it is an IMPP. So if that's something that they were looking for, it's actually something you have to kind of create on your own.
Yeah. And one of the things, if you're doing this, I would highly recommend is occasionally turn it over because you think that you have good coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you lift it up and turn it over, and you have a tendency to not get some of those areas that you thought you were getting. And this is kind of hard because it's not like really, there's not enough contrast between the areas that I'm trying to get PanPastel on, and then when you turn it over, you can see areas where you need to come in and do a little bit more that you just missed it.
Maybe I'll talk to Froyle about it. That's kind of her call. But yeah, I mean,
what are you talking about?
I mean, here would be my suggestion about it all. Is see, if you buy the one from the shop that is as it is, you can cut out those parts and keep them because they are also pretty cool. It's just they happen to get cut up or, you know, pulled or this, that, the other. But it's kind of a twofer if you buy it and you can cut out the pieces that you want.
Yeah, because then you're going to have positive and negative.
Because otherwise, if we create it that way, it's just going to be a solid area.
It's going to be what you're going to get there.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any of the inside pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see what we can do as far.
Or we could make it like a puzzle, where you could still do it, but like it cuts the thing out, like in those areas, but it would cut it, and then you get those pieces.
Well, and you know, I've got something back here, and I kind of forgot about it on the plate where I did the PanPastel in the negative areas on that stencil, and I was going to do a flop off.
Let me talk to Froyle about it. I'm sure she'll be game for it, but it is her design, so it really would be her call.
Yeah.
On whether we do that or not.
Can't make those.
But I am for that, and especially if we, yes, but see, if we could do it as like kind of a puzzle situation, then it's a win-win. Yeah.
Okay, so there we've got that. Now let's see if we can get. Okay, so we've got airbrush in Da Vinci here.
Oh, and hello, Yolanda. I saw you come in, and then I was deep in thought about the, you know, puzzling of the journey. It's a puzzling journey. She doesn't help me out sometimes. It's fine. Hello, Sandy. I do not know which one it is. I think it's 2. Because that's the one that it happens to the most often. That's just that's my guess. Hey, Jerry. Well, did you tell him about us, Sherry?
What are you telling?
She was in some live Zoom art thing.
Hey, we passed out a lot of cards yesterday at the meet and greet at
Evan Hunt.
our District 3.
Candidate.
No, that's not going to quite do it, but I didn't want the great big one. But okay. Weird things happening with that.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, Eddie. That's a good call. Oh, swaps. Thank you. Okay. Yes, today is June 8th. Therefore, too late to sign up. But if you did sign up, you need to check over at Makers. That's Makers Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group.
Okay, so you saw what happened there. Look how it stuck to the PanPastel. But it went weird everywhere else. And I shook the bejesus out of that, so
yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to let this dry and then come in and add another color, maybe even just white, to pull it with. I think it's going to be interesting. Sometimes you just, when you're doing this experimental kind of work.
Oh, do the PanPastels flake off like eyeshadow, or are they
once you put a coat on top of them, they're done.
Do the PanPastels flake off like the eyeshadow, or are they pastier? Okay, my question back to you, are you referring to like in the container or like once you've applied them? Because I think both pretty much, like once you apply them to the plate, they are what they are. But if you are referring to how they are in the container, kind of similar. Because the PanPastels can get, like, they break up. You need to be careful with them. But then there was discussion, which we haven't tried yet, but we do want to try, rubbing alcohol to it to, like, kind of
smash it.
Re-smash it. Yeah, that's somebody will say it better in chat.
Yeah. All right, well, you can see I had a lot.
Well, good. I think I addressed both things.
A lot of mucky muck around the edge, and this is point to be taken here.
Well, and we knew this, and this is one of the ones that I took a screenshot of the other day because it really is quite lovely, but we knew this was probably going to happen.
But I'm getting a lot more than I
agree with
anticipated. So, there's a lot of layers here. That was one of my concerns, because the more paint you have on, sometimes the less likely you are to be able to pull it up off of the plate. But I think this is lovely.
Oh, hello, Nima.
This is definitely one for the book.
Hey, Dana.
I love all this.
Reconstitute.
Okay. Yeah. And I even like the areas that, did not, or whatever. But now I'm going to clean this up because this is going to start creating a problem. Here. Okay. Put that there. I need to get that over here because I definitely want that in the book. That's one for the book.
There's one for the book.
One for the book.
That go with the mini of the book.
Sometimes I have to cut this little wad off because it just flops about and it's annoying. And what I have discovered, have y'all noticed me using this to really
Oh, I hadn't really necessarily, I hadn't actively noticed that.
Instead of my fingers?
Yeah. Look at her using her tools. Lizzie Jean wants to know, P, when you are letting it dry, are you referring to the PanPastels?
No.
No.
The PanPastels are dry immediately.
Yeah, that's one nice thing you can
Yeah, you don't
I
have to
don't know,
wait for them to
Jennifer.
do anything. They're there.
This might be a summer-long thing. Yeah, the paint.
Yeah, the PanPastels they're powder. They're dry.
Mm-hmm.
They're dry from the get go. Look at there's some real interesting
Oh.
build up there. But it's crap on this side. Now, what you can do with this, if you do
That's a
really
good
like
idea.
it, all you have to do is just go over the top of this with some medium.
Yeah.
It takes the sticky goo away. I'm not messing with that.
But it is pretty, right? She saved some of these. Don't
I
get
have
sad
some.
about that.
Oh, yeah. I have toilet paper rolls that I've stuck down.
Mm-hmm.
Or stuck them down, too.
Yeah. No, you don't apply the... No, the PanPastels are applied to the gel plate.
Yeah,
Listen,
some people, you know, put them on and paper. I haven't been very pleased with that effect. I thought it was less.
She's more successful with the plate
Yeah.
application.
I like it more better.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%, y'all. 100%.
Oh, I thought I could get some more off with that piece of tape, but sometimes you just gotta.
Hello, Shannon. Got a Shannon's representing today. Love it. Love it. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in chat so we can say hello back. That's the only way that we know that you're here and we can be friendly with you. If you are watching on replay, let us know down below in the comments. And if you have questions, put them there. Or if you just want to be like, if you want to shout out answers, I love that too. It cracks me up because then it's like, I know y'all are feeling interactive.
Somebody said,
Greg, it was like, I shouted it out.
Graphite.
I'm like, I think we heard you.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I told her I heard her.
Uh-huh. So we highly encourage that. And then thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. There's some of y'all that haven't.
All right, now we have a relatively
Hey, Jesse.
clean plate. I mean, there's still some little, you know, remnants of this and that and whatnot there.
Okay, so she says, yes, in between where the blank spaces were. Yes, however, the paint was still damp.
Oh, when I did the tree.
Oh, maybe.
There was lots of places where, you know, when I did that final
Well, and that was the charcoal thing. Slightly different, but I guess kind of in the same.
Because it is chalky.
It is chalky.
Powdery.
I hadn't really thought about that as far as
really
like.
thought, but that's why it's sticking to. Okay,
Look at you, Lizzie
back.
Jane. She's paying attention. She gets a gold star.
Here is what you're talking about.
I think so.
But, you know, the PanPastel isn't wet. It's powder. But obviously it has some kind of attractive binder. I'm spitting on it. Look at that.
Say it, don't spray it there, Pete. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, now.
She's
You're
causing
not going
problems.
to have to wonder who did this. It'll have my fingerprints on it.
And she spit on it.
And I spit on it. Not intentionally.
Right. Not this one. Hi, Susan.
Okay. So, yeah, well, I guess we'll let that dry a little bit since it's got
Thanks.
saliva on it.
Yes. Yes, this is the
Now,
DNA.
This is, here, okay. I know, I'm just... This has got some stuff on it.
And has had stuff on it for like 2 weeks now. I feel like.
Maybe it has. Yeah, that one background thing there.
Oh, no, and thank you for asking, Lizzie Jean. Seriously, because we hadn't really, like, put all that together. We were sort of referencing, you know, the PanPastels separately, and then not necessarily taking into consideration the different other things there. Hello, Margie. We're happy you're here. Yeah, 8 days. Now it's coming me. Yeah.
Where are all my purples? Here. That's nice too, but I'll use that. Rather
What
expensive.
are you kind of doing the same thing over here?
Well, I'm going to do some. Oh my God, here's that blue. You know, just keeps on giving blue. I do like it.
This is the one that we need to put the alcohol in and squish it to back down.
Well, actually, it's not. I've got one over here also. Tommy in.
Tommy, you've been rough with them.
Because Mariah's supposed to be finding my lids for me, which I know I hooked her up with those lids. But I'm not sure what it's going to resist here.
Resistance is futile. That's what the board says.
I don't see all the powder whooping around there.
Card. I think you're fluffing stuff up. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, I thought that was amazing, Lizzie Jean. She made a skirt out of Capri Sun packets for her daughter. It was brilliant. Now, I did have some questions. Because I want to know, like, I had these pants that I loved very much, and I would wear them to concerts.
I told
they
her.
were kind of gross.
I told her when she bought them, I said, you are not going to
Then I sat down, and because I was so sweaty, they started separating from the thing. Now, I don't think that would be a problem with Capri Suns, but I'm just wondering about, you know, how sweaty it is to, like, sit on it. It's kind of like, you know, sitting on leather seats in the summertime. Like, these are the things I think about. But I did very much enjoy it.
Well, I don't know that this is going to be, like, you know, the most outstanding print ever, but we're going to go with it. And, Okay.
Hello, Peggy. Hello, Betsy. Welcome, welcome. So glad y'all are here. Thumbsy upsies, y'all. And share with your friends.
Okay, so we've got this blue down here. And what I really want is I really want something else here to help, pardon me, the blue to bump it up.
Pump it up.
Pump it up. And I'm just thinking good old quinacridone magenta.
I don't know that that's what I was thinking as far as pumping things up, but, you know, you do you.
Well, what were you thinking?
Well, I don't think that's going to pump up blue.
Well, I know, but I think it's got enough of a contrast here that
purpley. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
That trinket was a little wet. Didn't hold its form.
No, it's more like a blobby. Oh. Please, can P show the brush she used in the technology for Jessie? Yes.
Yes, I can. Just
basically, it's a two-ended makeup brush. It came with the set of eye makeup that Sonia sent us to try out, which, by the way, I really love the makeup. I've been wearing it some, and so has Izzy. I told her not to show it to Izzy, but anyway, they're great colors. But the brush came with it, and it's a two-ended deal. It has the fluffy one and then the more bullet-pointed kind of one. They are great brushes. And different than, like, you know, artist brush. These are makeup brushes.
Yeah, I'll show you in just a sec. Let me get this.
Ooh, it did pump it up. I don't think that stuff's going to come through, but, you know. Like, I think it's just going to be a solid color. I don't think a lot of that's going to pull off there. She's giving me dirty looks. She's pushing real hard. She won it.
Because it does look absolutely magnificent.
It is a fluffy, it's kind of fluffier on one side and then more bulleted and stiff on the other. She's about to show it.
I'll show you. Give me a minute.
But I'm going to keep reminding you because this is kind of one of those moments where she totally squirrel on you.
Okay, so on one end you've got where it kind of comes to a little point.
Bullet. Yeah, that's why I say
and then this is the fluffy end. Still has lots of blue. But you can see, I don't, you know, I know people use the PanPastels on paper, but I thought that they were kind of weak.
You get more out of them from the plate because it's more sticks down.
Yeah. More intense colors.
And that's what she likes.
Look at that blue. See that?
Look at that. Blue. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just...
Which I don't know who's using that for, like, eyeshadow. Unless you have really big eyes. Maybe if you have big eyes. I don't like that for eyeshadow. I'm more precision application. I like a stiff brush that means business. That's what I like. So y'all know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cheers to that, Mom.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take care of this because we know what happens with this stuff if left to its own devices.
Oh,
it's like bad children.
Hey, Mo said she thinks she spotted a brand on the fluff brush. Did that have a marking on it? It came with the, what was it? What is it?
Oh yeah, it's got some writing on it. Giacomo.
Here, hold it up into the technology.
Number.
Yeah.
G1038.
There you go. That might help. Great little brush.
That is a great little brush.
Now, see, I would totally use the one end, the bullet end. But that fluffy business, nah. Because then makeup gets everywhere, especially if you're using bold colors. If you're using kind of, you know, more subdued neutrals and natural colors.
See, look at that blue.
But I usually don't do that. So it needs to be contained in the eyeball area. But she likes the fluffy brush to get it done.
Get her done. No
on
messing
the plate.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we've got the blue under control, maybe. I keep promising I'm going to clean up my area here, and here we go again. And, you know, really all I do is just, I think I can use this for another couple.
Now, Devin says that she likes to use the soft tools, which P has those. And
the spongy things.
She really likes the spongy ones most of all, I think. Right? Or the little tool ones. She likes the little witchy boot one. That's what we called it.
The witchy boot.
Witchy boot. Because it gets into places.
You know, the Brogan. Brogan. You know. Okay, so I've got this over here. I'm not giving up on that piece of paper, but I would like a white piece of paper down here to mitigate all this muck.
Oh, and Colleen says the last piece that she posted, and I'm assuming she means over there on Makers, that's Makers and Mixed Media Art and Arts Facebook group. That's where many of these lovely folks post their artwork. You can see it there and interact and do swaps. Anyway, she posted, and sometimes you have to go over it a second, sometimes a third to get the depth of color.
Oh,
so there you go.
I don't. Yeah,
that requires more patience.
Yeah,
and
that isn't my gig.
Not something she does.
It just depends. You know, I can sit here and doodle with color pencils like forever and a day. But
yeah.
Sometimes some other stuff, I'm just like, no.
It isn't.
I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Okay, what else do we have here that? Let's see if this little baby is dry. Looks like it is. Okay.
Are they on your head, Lygia?
Her glasses.
She said she took them off. So I do that too, and it drives me crazy. Like I leave them somewhere that I just like isn't my usual spot. So Mm-hmm. Jennifer says, and that's okay, P. We just, you be you. Yep.
Well, I've tried being other.
Oh, buy the cat food. That's a good idea, too.
Huh?
Because she fed the cat this morning. Cat's feeling better. The little kitty wasn't feeling very good. But he's doing better. He's meowing for food.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so. This is just really,
Yes.
really hard because part of me, I just want to do a plain background and have other stuff show.
I have done that. Brad has done that.
But then I'm thinking this might be really interesting. Certainly have enough contrast there.
Is it dry?
I'm thinking so.
No. What is this paint you are putting down?
This is Aura Blue Pearl. Oh, I hear our little darling.
No, that was Brad.
Oh. Is he hollering at the game?
Yeah. I don't know. Do y'all hear that? We have the settings to where we probably shouldn't hear most of those things, but I'm sure some of it comes through.
Okay, and I'm going to flip a little ultramarine blue on the top part here, just for shiggles. Ultramarine blue in golden fluid acrylic. Oh, there it goes.
You can hear it. Does it just kind of sound like rah, rah, rah? Hopefully. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna. Are you getting that out of there? One thing you have to be careful about, like certain colors, especially, or certain paints, if you put it directly on the plate like that, it will leave that deeper color spot.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to line anything up here. Yeah. I gave up on that last one.
Oh, and that's right. Thank you, Mo. Stunning Flower was originally from a Ghost of Christie's Indian paintbrush stencil. That's like the first one, where it's just kind of the single, or like there's kind of two flowers there. It's like, one main bud and the other. But yeah.
Okay, now we've got some stuff picking up on the back here.
All kinds of things going on around here.
Gold. I don't really know where that came from, other than it's just a residual. But that's looking kind of cool, I think. So we're going to let that set a while and completely adhere to the surface.
But he plays Call of Duty with his buddy. And his buddy's wife plays too, which I mean, that's a special kind of relationship. I'm not doing that. I don't need to be yelled at him like that.
Okay.
And plus, we're together all day long. No worries, Alice. No worries. I think people know.
I am hoping this is going to pick up some of the loveliness that was out there. Oh, it's
Thank
looking
you,
good.
Karen.
It is looking good.
They are.
What a nice clean pull. And there was a lot of stuff on that plate.
Yeah. I mean, well done.
Some shimmery stuff there.
There's a little bit of something. Of everything.
Yeah. Can you see that down here? This is swipe of gold.
And then a little bit of murdery red in the middle.
Murdery red. Yeah, that was from that other print that I liked so much. And then those ghosty branches. Yeah, that's a keeper.
I think we need to advertise ourselves as some of the spiciest chat around.
All right, I don't really know if I want to mess with this. Oh, look, I even wrote myself a note. This should be good when I write myself notes. And attach it with, crap tape.
Oh, that's wonderful, Kim. I painted Brad's fingernails once, and he couldn't stand it. Really not his gig. But I am not opposed to a boy wearing some makeup.
Oh, me either. If he feels so inclined, I don't care. Okay.
I don't think, although we do have pictures of Castle wearing makeup because he used to put makeup on him. This came across the other day. I got a good chuckle out of that.
Just this big, all I can remember is just big white.
Yeah, it's just a lot of white, a lot of sparkly white.
Okay, note to self. For the flop off, do the reverse side.
Love that you're leaving yourself notes.
And here's what's really,
And not note to anybody else, but note to self.
Yeah, note to self. And I don't even know what it means. How sad is that?
That was pretty sad.
That's pretty sad.
But highly entertaining. Highly.
Okay, so I don't even know why I'm worried about that because there's so much mucky muck out here. I don't think that it's going to matter a diddly squat.
Hello, Kathy.
What's going to happen here?
Right.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to worry about that because I don't think it isn't strong enough to even really.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's all this other stuff going on. So let's just decide on a color here.
Let's do it.
And not mess around with this flopping off and whatnot. That requires two brayers.
Sherry loves the fact that she's not the only one that leaves notes to self that doesn't know what self, what that meant.
Yeah, if the time lapse is,
too long. You need to
over 2 or 3 days.
You need to leave longer
likelihood. I need a more detailed note.
Yes.
I guess obviously I just thought it would be so.
I think that's just something people do because I will write something down and I'll be like, what did I mean by that?
Yeah.
I really thought that would be enough, but it wasn't.
All right, now I haven't used this in a long time, but this is 660 pure gold.
100%, Juliet. 100%.
All right, so that's what we're pulling this with. I don't know if that's the right answer or not, but I haven't used this for a while, and I haven't used it because it still has the hoop-de-doo on it.
Oh, and hey, Carla. Hello to everybody that has come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. It is very much appreciated. And if you're feeling extra lovey and sherry, you can share this stream with a friend. Frisky.
Just hop right on it.
Oh, Johnny Depp is 100%. Yeah. Love him. Even chubby Johnny is okay.
And he's fluffed out.
He's fluffed out a little. I think he's skinnied up again. I don't know. He kind of he's an up and downer.
Okay, well, you can see how this.
Yeah.
And this is really a lot of times what differentiates the quality of your paint is how it rolls out. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to,
he is
work as a paint, and certainly for a full layer, I wanted it plenty thick because I want it to smush in there and grab onto what's underneath. Just hoping we have enough. Contrast. Promising on that. Oh yeah, that's really cool.
No, ooh, that looks lovely.
Very cool. Now you can see it's starting to get ripple marks. That's because
it's a lot of paint.
A lot of paint, and sometimes,
Hello, Vanessa.
you just have to keep smashing it back down.
This is
And
why
giving it a
keep
good
after it while it's still kind of in this.
Rub-a-dub-dub, get a little friction going there.
This friptosh.
Rub-a-dub-dub. Okay, well, I think it's interesting.
It'll be cool if it all comes up.
It will be. I'm really actually not holding my breath on that one, but I could be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and I'm not screenshotting that one because it is, it's gold. And I'm putting together a little printables kind of situation of the prints that we were like, is that gonna, but they look great, like when you flip it over.
Oh, yeah. All right, I don't know where are we going now? I'm just kind of sitting here.
You got an hour.
Muddling about. Thinking
Okay.
What we're going to do next. Still cool. I can't pull those. I could have done those earlier. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, yeah. Pull that. I don't know what I did with it, Mariah. I wanted to show it to you because I thought it would be great for your mom.
we're still getting some, the mermaid business there.
Mermaid stuff going on. And I pulled a print from that. I don't know what I did with it. I saved it for you. Did you?
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was reading chat, and then I registered what you were looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
So I came back in and did some more brush strokes here.
Looks cool.
On this. And you can see where it came from.
So if you're new to PMR Studio, because we got some new folks, or just, you haven't been like this last week or two, because not this Thursday, but the one before that, I went and hung out with Diane over at the Messy Palette Australia. That's Messy Palette AU. And did a live stream. And we did mermaid stuff. And I did a tag. Well, and then P helped me with the tag. Here, let's show the tag. That's helpful.
Yeah.
So you understand what the heck we're talking about here. But we have in the shop some assorted seaweed masks type things that P created a long time ago. But she found some in a thing, and so we just used them, and she colored them on the gel plate.
Yeah. These little jobbers.
Yeah, and then I think it's those in particular are what you see on the plate at this moment. Hello, Anina.
I love the mushroom anchor there.
Yeah, my mushroom anchor, because Pete just found that, as one does.
Izzy leaves me little surprises.
She does like
this has some slight
like a kitty. Thank you, Sherry. I'm pretty proud of it. I didn't. When you have a bunch of kind of cutesy things, I'm okay with cutesy, by the way. But it's kind of cool how it ended up being a bit more artful than I had anticipated. I thought it was going to stay pretty cutesy. But I think it gave it some seriousness. It's still playful, Y'all know what I mean. Hopefully you know what I mean. Aw, thanks, Lizzie Jean. Yeah, I mean, we have tons of stuff because we don't ever, I think we've only ever taken maybe 1 or 2 designs of PM Artist Studio off of the website. And that's when we did the transition from the old site builder to the more robust WordPress site that we have.
I don't really know. I'm not feeling this.
It's interesting. And in that kind of, interesting kind of way.
It always helps to turn it over and look at the other side because you don't know what you're getting.
Right.
That purple was definitely a bad choice. But you don't know till it comes up what exactly is going to.
Oh, and thank you. Mo put in that link to the stream that I created the mermaid tag on. Thank you.
Almost identical. But that's probably because they came in different sets. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's kind of nice. Mm-hmm. These are all of my, colors that I like.
They're her favorites. Don't tell the others. Oh, thanks, Margie. I think you'll enjoy it, and Diane's always a good time. We've known her since the beginning, just about. I like where this is going now. At first, there was a moment there. It was kind of like, I don't know. But
yeah, I know when I did that purple. I'm going to put my purples all over here so I can get all those together. Mariah would find my lids for me. It would be really most wonderful. And that was a pearlized blue there that I didn't.
Hi, Lucy.
That's black. I think I'll pass on that.
So, Jesse, if you're doing it directly to the gel plate, the PanPastels, then the mere act of pulling it with the paint pretty much seals it. Depending on now, if you went real heavy, some of the PanPastel may still be loose when you pull it up. Oh, well, Lygia, send me a picture of one, and that'll remind me.
See, you can really load your brush up with that fat end.
Oh, like Gia and Lizzie Jean are streaming tonight at 7. I was like, can I mention what? Then I got it. I'm on
at 7. Okay, well, Mariah, if you come
Eastern,
up here
at 7 Eastern, so I think that's 6. Is that 6 our time? They'll let me know. They're good at helping me.
See if that makes a difference. Yeah.
And she's got lots of stencils that she's going to be using at PM Artist Studio. And they're real cute together. My Gia and Lizzie Jean. I enjoyed when I watched them, I think last week. 6 p.m. Central. There we go. Okay, 6 p.m. Central. I'll try to come up here and P and I can hang out and
and chit chat about stuff.
Maybe we can clean some. Up here. I don't know. We'll see.
That sounds terrible.
She's not into that. Maybe I can keep her distracted by watching y'all, and I'll clean some things. Did you get her done over there? Oh, you were really cleaning it off because you want it.
Oh, look,
no.
My brush was wet.
Oh. Well, what's that do?
Well, it just kind of creates a little
Mm-hmm.
glaze over there where it's not coming off anymore. But sure, we can figure something
Oh, and
out.
Becky might mod if she can behave. Why would you want her to do that? That also seems like behave. How so? Seems relative. Ooh, I like it. It's
okay.
It's cloudy and it's very moody.
This is in the
This is like Ursula has shown up, isn't it? Ursula from the Little Mermaid.
the Mariana Trench.
Yeah, that's
in the middle of the ocean.
That's where Ursula lives.
This is where this lives. Yeah.
What was the wine? Oh, what was the wine-colored one that you used? Here, I'll just hand me the stack and I'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm trying to see. Mariah's supposed to be finding my lids for me because I feel sure that I handed them to her. But
I need to look back at that stream because I know you like held them up and you talked about it, and I think you put them somewhere. I think you thought about handing them to me, but I don't. I just don't think you know what you're talking about.
Well,
that's how I feel about it.
I'm just pretty sure.
I know that you were actually very sure because you keep mentioning it.
You know, I'm waffling about that. I'm going, yeah, you could be right about that, but I'm feeling very strongly.
And the more every time we have this conversation, she feels more sure about it.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
Oh, when there's no paint involved to seal the PanPastels, any type of fixative like that you would use for regular pastels. We really like the Degas. What is it? Or is it Degas?
Mm-hmm.
Fixative.
The cow.
The one with the cow on it. It's a little spurty, but put it in one of those.
New bottle. Oh,
yeah.
Here, let me show you.
And it does work a lot better. You just kind of put thinner coats. See that stuff? Spectra Fix.
Yeah, it's. I took it out of the llama spitting, but see, this is why we say this. It's got cows on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's made from lactose. Thinking.
No, there was something. It starts with a C.
Casein.
That's the one.
It's what you make cheese with.
See, she knew. She just, didn't know she knew.
And this was a rather arbitrary choice of color here. But and the thing about it is you really never know until you get that pull layer down and what it's going to actually do. It's always a surprise. Oh, now look at that. It's still very moody, as Mariah says, but look what it did here in these.
Yeah.
And we shall see what comes off there. Interesting. I don't know.
Oh, golly. I was like, Colleen, yeah, probably.
Remember, this was the one I had down from doing the letters. That was kind of fun.
What? From the letters? What do you mean?
On Joshy's
Oh,
card.
congrats. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Oh my gosh. That is insane, Devin. $90 for that Spectrafix in Canada. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like a hoop-de-doo? A washy-uppy?
No. Okay, I think I finally found the one. Sorry. Okay. It is Magenta Extra Dark, I believe is the more wine-colored one. Devin. Oh, hello, Delina. And Delina, if you notice Mo, that's Cookie Wookie, she put in some information regarding your question, which is the plates that we put the gel plates on are the like plexiglass. We get ours from the hardware store. Some hardware stores will actually cut them to size, but there are also like other places that you can get them. You can buy some even online. We did buy
Cerulean deep blue golden.
In fact, I think I have a link over on our Amazon, which, you know, if you want to buy Amazon, great. If not, totally get it. We're also trying to back off of Amazon as much as we possibly can. But there are some pre-cut plexiglass acrylic sheets that you can buy there. And what's nice about those is they do have like the finished edges.
Okay, so what we're going to do is let that dry.
Mm-hmm.
Then come in with a layer of PanPastels on top of it. I think that should be interesting. Okay, now we've got some kind of mucky muck on this. This is interesting. Okay. That's dry. Okay, that's all right. Stick down better, but this doesn't want to.
Oh, nice. Good call, Margie.
What you calling?
Oh, so what you need, everybody needs one of these anyway, because like you just need one of these in your life. These little things that, and I think I have this in our Amazon shop too, because seriously, like
we need to get some more razor blades.
No, there's a whole box of them over here.
Well, I don't know why you have them. I'm the one that always fixes that.
Okay, well, I'll show you where they're at. That I do know where they're at. But yeah, it's a window sticker. But like this is a blade, a straight razor blade. And it has a little clicky thing. But I'm pretty sure that this is over there in our Amazon shop. Probably under the cool tools or nifty tools and gadgets section. These things are awesome. You should have one in like at least 3 different places in your house.
Because if they're always borrowing mine.
Because if you have gooey, sticky things on anything, this should be step 1. Yeah. I know. 100% Ligea. That's how I feel about it too.
About what?
About and hello, Bobby. About the Amazon thing. It's really hard.
Oh, yeah. I've knocked back a
You
lot.
really have. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. But you guys have been going out about more, which is great.
Yeah.
visiting more local shops and things. Oh, yes. If you go to the hardware store, this is a window scraper.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that sucky poo.
Yeah, that's smart, Linda. 100%. Because it isn't
Not
always true. Yeah.
lying down there like I want it to.
Oh, okay. Oh, and hey, Lexi. Yes, the bigger your plate is, the thicker you're going to want your acrylic sheet or the plexiglass. Because you can get away with the thinner ones for those smaller plates, but the heavier your plate is, you are going to want, because if you're lifting it up and around, like especially like what we do, it will crack.
Did I give you my brush?
No, I think you put it back in the box. Or you had it out again. Okay.
No, I just fell down in the creases.
The creases.
I just need a third element up here, and you know this really wasn't it, but it was what was on the table here.
This is spherical. Getting spherical. Spurkle, actually, is how. There's no A in there. Spurkle. It's Texan. Spurkle. That makes me laugh. That was funny, Eddie. Yes, these are the outer, like, kind of outer innies. Any outers. I wasn't going to say, I was wondering if you were going to say that or not, Eddie.
What's he saying?
Well, so, Lizzie Jean was commenting on how, like, different artists keep their areas in different ways. Lizzie Jean, you, Darcy, have things all around you. I try to keep a clean surface area to the best of my ability while sharing space and things. But yes, and then she was commenting that Eddie keeps his very clean, kind of like Carrie's, and he made the comment that he only allows them to see what they see. It's very controlled and clean in that, you know, within the screen. I understand that too, because it's kind of chaotic around my thing too. Yeah. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am. Sometimes get a little frustrated trying to get those things back together.
I was a little frustrated getting some of them back together. If somebody just find those darn lids.
Now. Okay. Do I want to do this?
I feel like they're just like, you know, like right.
I do too.
Just right there. Right over there.
This is Deep Violet by Liquitex.
I love this color. It's one of my favorites.
And this is Liquitex Deep Violet is wonderful in that I don't really think golden has an equivalent to this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons that we were kind of, I'm getting kind of low on it. But I'm going to just try to use the paints that I've got in here and not order anymore. I like the way this stuff smells.
Y'all heard it here. She did say try.
Now I could have sprayered that out a bit more to be a lot more transparent, because it does have that ability to, make it less transparent
Mm-hmm.
or more transparent.
It is Liquitex Deep Violet. It's a good color.
Look at how cool that looks.
Oh, she says she loves your opal ring and the silver bracelets on the same hand. She's having a hard time making out the necklace in front of your t-shirt.
Which one?
Which one? What do you got hanging from the long dangling one? On there.
Hamsa. Albuquerque. Remember, you were with me when I got this.
I don't remember that. I just remember the bumpy bead.
Was it in a little shop downtown on the main drag there?
Mm-hmm. I might have been outside smoking.
Probably was. Who does that?
I used to do that.
Oh, okay. I really quite like that, so we're just going to now we're going to pull out the mask rather than the innards. A sec here, I've got to. I'm showing you what the mess here is. They're
Uh-oh.
slightly stuck.
Yeah, I see that.
And I don't know why that is, because I don't know that they were. Sometimes you just gotta get.
Oh, I love that, Lygia. She says, I think P is a trendsetter. She wears her jewelry, making art. So Lygia started wearing her rings when she goes to painting class. And the other ladies have also started wearing their pretty rings. I love that.
I was, this whole thing of streaming and everything was just a chance for me to really.
We've really started like, okay, well, we have all this jewelry stuff. We don't go anywhere. So why not get duded up to stream?
Really, yesterday, Mariah told me that this was going to be at someone's house. So I thought, a lot of times if you're not busy and you're not moving about and whatnot, oh, great.
And this is a sticky plate.
It's really great for the PanPastels.
Uh-huh.
But it's kind of.
Yeah. It's very sticky.
It's Dairy Queen.
Uh-huh. We do get guessied up for y'all. And then it's great, especially these early morning streams, because it's like, oh, you're kind of ready for the day. You can go out and about and still be, like, all dressed up and cute, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think those little things may be married up, like, permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Till death do us part.
They are Spider-Man plates.
Oh. Nay. They just needed a bit of coaxing.
Yes. If you want this not to happen, you can just keep them separated and let them, dry and not than put them together. But the paint sometimes, depending on the weather and who's it, what's it, you know.
Yeah, that end up with this kind of a configuration. Okay, now this time we're going to go with a little bit darker. And then this is not the really ucky blue. This is another blue.
Exactly, Gray. We started an Arty empire so we could show off our jewelry. I can wear makeup. It was worth it.
Well, what Mariah calls it my Jedi outfit.
And she does. It's so cute.
So I bought this fabric on eBay. And I mean like eBay yards of it. And it's raw silk. And it was just plain, off white and whatnot. And then I had and I've told you about Sandugash Alamova.
She's the one that makes the hats and some other things for us.
Cool. I mean, she is a seamstress extraordinaire. Anyhow, I just had her. I told her what I wanted. She doesn't have to have a pattern or anything. She makes it up. And it's just sort of a long tank dress. And then it has, I don't know where you fold the fabric over, but you sew it down so it has these little interesting texture.
I would say pleat, details. But it's not really a pleat. It's more like a decorative seam.
Yes, overlapping seam. And and then the jacket part, it has wonderful deep pockets. And anyway, I used to wear it on the airplane a lot because it's very loose and non-binding.
And you can take the jacket off because you're always either hot or cold when flying. You're freezing or it's like sweltering. It's not usually a lot of happy medium moments while in transit.
And once you're in the air, you're committed.
Yeah, layering is good.
Layering is good.
Oh, it's very beautiful and I love it. But we call her the Jedi because it's very Jedi looking.
It's very flowy.
Mm-hmm. She wore that yesterday.
And then I have my scarf. Did I bring that up?
No, it's still down there hanging on the post.
Oh, you got to go get it, and I got to show them about this.
Okay.
And we'll see if you can guess what it's made from. But I made it. I mean, I slow sewed it and everything.
I don't know where you want me to put it. She thinks it's sticking to you.
Yeah, okay, well, let's get this out of the way for a sec here. It wouldn't matter if it got something on it because it's not pristine anyway. Okay, so this is my scarf and it's about 6 foot long.
It's a nice one that you can, do the wrap thing. But it's not heavy, which is really nice.
No, it's really not. But am I getting anybody is well, Sue, you just have to start. But I mean, Susan Taylor Brown, check out that stitchery. Okay. Has anybody said my skin is too sensitive for jewelry?
Looks like gauze. Griffin Chill says gauze. Tutu says
it is, but what it is it's that stuff that you use to wipe down your cabinets to get the bits of dust off. And so I just sewed them together.
Not the sticky kind,
coffee stained them because I had it was weird because the townhouse that we moved into, it was in the cabinets. Didn't even pay for it. I think it's just something somebody left behind. But see all that stitchery? But anyway.
That goes with the Jedi outfit.
That goes with my Jedi outfit.
Cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, yeah, it's that really loosey-goosey. And it gets caught up in my jewelry and whatnot, and I just yank it loose so it has all these little, pieces and parts that are sticking out and whatnot. It's really...
Oh, Lexi, that's a bummer.
But see, it's a good wrapper.
Yeah.
Okay. Back at it. Where are we here?
You got 24 minutes.
Okay. Well, I think we're making some making some good stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm doing all this, y'all need to be thinking about what color of pool color.
Hi, Diane.
Should we be considering?
Mm. They like your scarf. They're impressed.
No one asked me about it yesterday. I really wanted to chat with that one woman that she had a cool necklace on, number one. But she had that kind of that shirt that had embroidery on it.
Yeah. She had cool sandals on too.
Yeah. Very colorful.
Oh. Do you want me to say that, Kim? To let people know? He made the scarf out of cheesecloth.
Just coming back in and hitting this again with this darker color because I think it's showing up better as far as the contrast is concerned. That light blue is just kind of...
Wow.
What are you wowing about?
So Jenny can only wear sterling silver. Her body will tarnish yellow gold.
Hey, yellow gold has more impurities in it than silver. Especially if you get like Heron. Tribe silver is almost 99% pure.
Well, that's interesting.
But 14 karat gold has a lot of other things in it. I just want to make sure that I really have what I want as far as the depth of my color before I yank my stencil masks up.
Kim, do you have a website? Bobby, they are not paper. This is Yupo. This particular little design here is by Griffin Shell here in the chat. She is Rhonda. She's one of our many designers. Lots of our designers are here. In fact, most of them are here. But it is Yupo, which is 100% polypropylene aka plastic. And it's what we cut our stencils and stamps out of. Or sorry, stencils out of. Stamps are different things.
It's totally waterproof. You can soak it. I've soaked. I had one in a basin in the bathtub for, I don't know.
Yeah.
Long time.
Long time.
Long time.
Yeah, see, designers are giving you a little.
The more you add to that, and the reason the PanPastels are so different from your paint is because you can get this kind of weird sort of smoky layered effect.
Yeah, smoky. I like that.
Yeah, because it's just, it's not totally transparent. It's not totally opaque. It's kind of one of those lovely in between.
Paul is here. She's one of our designers too. Hey, Paul.
Okay. Here we go. And this is the really sticky plate, which is great as far as
holding it down and
PanPastels are concerned, because it really adheres to that plate and that surface and doesn't move about. But then you have this issue of then extricating it off of said surface.
Okay, Robin says, would you pull that with yellow ochre or turquoise?
Well, actually, what I'm going to pull it with is gold. And it's two reasons. Remember, I could come in with the PanPastel and put down the gold.
Yeah.
But I think that would probably...
Well, it'll blend in with the other.
And it would take away from the surface.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go ahead and go with...
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with dark gold.
And welcome to those of you that have come in. We are, we've got about 15 minutes, so hang out. You never know what's going to happen. Just going to do it with the dark gold era. You can get these R paints through Jackson's. We have an affiliate link. Just keep your little eyes open over there in chat. There will be a link if you want to partake in that. Purchasing of stuff from Jackson's, and then we get
really do. I love this dark gold.
Mm-hmm.
It is just the best color ever.
And thumbsy upsies, y'all, if you have it. Very much appreciate it. And if you're watching and you've made it this far and you're, haven't put in a comment down below if you're watching in replay. We love to hear from y'all.
Yeah.
It also helps the algorithm. Somehow, I don't really know,
Replay watchers.
Replay watchers.
Okay, now here's the deal with this scarf. See this right here?
The earrings that you wear matter.
They do. These have, but I just yank it loose and, you don't worry about
it. So every once in a while, she looks twitchy. That's because she's caught up.
Yeah. That's rude. Okay, I don't know what that is out there that's causing that little streak. It's probably on my dirty brayer.
Dirty brayer.
And there, look at that. I'm not one of these people that is by any means, my environment is not pristine. Ever.
Okay.
I know. Vern used to get so mad at me when I'd go into the...
Robin respected your no. Your no to the colors that she threw out there.
Oh. But see, you were on the right track. The yellow ochre.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the dark...
This is a shiny version.
I'm going to show you because I've actually... I'll show you the two.
Oh, yes. Yes, give them side by side. But this is the shiny version of the yellow ochre.
Yellow ochre.
It really is.
But see?
Look at that. Very similar. Especially once you get it down on the plate.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be different when I pull it up.
All right, Wendy.
I've got things going on here on the cart that are creating some issues. Yellow ochre was... I don't know. there.
Mm.
Okay, well, I think that's going to be splendid. I love that. I love turquoise and gold. It's very Egyptian.
Yes.
I mean, perhaps now I think that actually qualifies for teal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Depends on who you
I'm
ask.
going with it.
You do that.
This is how you do it when you don't.
I was thinking that too,
your paper
Eddie.
cut to size.
Less Egyptian, more Grecian. You know,
Perhaps
you're
seeing the laurel there.
The laurel. Is it? What is that saying about laurels? Or is it laurels? I'm just, you know.
It is actually a plant.
I know, but what is it?
What do you mean?
Resting on your laurels or no?
Oh, resting on your laurels. Yeah, that means that you're just going with what you've already done rather than, doing something
but
new
a different kind of laurel.
Yeah, that's. But the whole thing is it could be. In that case, it's your past successes.
Yeah, don't rest on your laurels. There we go. Don't do it.
Well, I can't use this one because I've got all this stuff.
See, they knew where I was going with all that.
To it. But you know what? I don't have to leave this like this because we'll just chop off that.
No,
bit.
she knew you were right, Eddie. Did you see that? That's why sometimes she gives that face because she doesn't want to give it up, but she knows that we're right. It's a satisfying moment.
A lot of
we love you.
BS there.
It really isn't.
I wanted that little guy to be kind of, but that's okay. Got
okay.
Paper down here on the end that we need to yank off. Oh, what the hey, I'll just cut that off.
What's a hey?
Make that a little sharp little booger.
Oh, see that? Now that all makes sense. So Devin says she thinks the laurel wreath was like a crown of accomplishment. So don't rely on past accomplishments.
See, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Well done. Look at us coming around. I knew y'all would get us knowed up.
I've got some smaller ones here, but I don't know if they're extricable, in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm.
I think I used these on a long haul.
Oh, hello, Love Bears Janet. Welcome and thank you. We really appreciate that.
There we go. Look at that. Splendid little composition there.
Look at that. This is like
look at that.
A little burst.
Okay, now kind of like what we did with the other.
Mm-hmm. You got 11 minutes to do it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you're running out of time.
Moving right along. What are some of those colors that I handed over to you?
A lot of them. There's the purples and stuff down at the bottom.
Okay, let's go with purples because then we can pull that with the light gold rather than the dark gold. I don't want that. That's puny. Okay, that's a good one.
There are a lot of similarities, Yolande.
Have a little, residual of whatever on there, but I'll just evenly distribute it so it's not going to be like,
Hey, it works, Colleen. We very much appreciate it. You rock.
What?
She shared the stream link with herself.
Oh, Oh, yeah, I share with myself all the time. Mainly
Mhm.
because I can't remember.
She leaves notes to herself that, note to self. Don't remember.
I don't know exactly what that was referring to.
Note back to self. Could you leave better notes? I require more information than this, so.
Well, if I were
Yeah.
if I had like my mental issues, I could assign one of my other personalities to keep track
Be in
of
charge of that.
that crap for me.
Hello, Dana. I don't think you're there yet.
Okay, none of that is what I want. Well, let's just keep pulling off over here and see what we've got. I don't want that blue. It's just...
Oh, Brandy says, well, you pulled the first one that you started. And she thinks that it was the one with the flowers and the yellow PanPastel. Maybe you should do that because we've seen you do this thing. You can continue on with this after the stream. Maybe pull.
Oh, you want me to see if I can get them up?
Yeah.
Off the plate.
Up and off. And at them.
Oh, well, that's always a good thing. Yeah, and I can muck about with this.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw what she's going to do the same thing.
You got the idea here. Yeah, I don't really know. This is a good thing to do because I don't really know what other color I want to put in there, and I can't find the color that I think I have and I want. Oh, this. You want to? How about that one? Yeah, that was one of the earliest.
Mm-hmm. She fixed it though. She fixed it. Thanks.
Totally a washout.
Yeah, I told you it wasn't going to happen. And it doesn't matter how long you leave that on there. That wasn't going to happen.
Oh, there's some stuff there. It's very suavecito. Okay. Well, I'll just leave that on top. There's a reminder that that's really a no-go.
No-go.
Yeah, that one's still... if it feels cold, it's not dry.
The reason that did not pull off. Okay, so one of the key things to remember about your PanPastels, if you were doing this technique directly to the plate, that first layer will come off. What is left back on the plate, most likely, now she's had maybe one that she did heavily. If you do it heavily, you can get a bit more on maybe a second pull. But typically what has been left behind stays there until you clean the plate.
Yeah, and now what you're seeing here is you're seeing very shadowy, but you can see it's not working anymore. Where
it's kind of like it's embedded until it like gets lifted with some mineral oil.
Look at that plate pulling up.
That was one of the sticky ones.
But you can see some of it there.
A little bit.
It's still an interesting background, and it would be cool with some other things over it, like even the branches.
Yes.
And this just needs to be cleaned because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not giving up anything interesting anymore. Okay, that's too wet. I'm feeling them. If they're still cold to the touch,
you probably want to leave them.
Probably want to leave them
because there is a point now. See, if y'all are new to this and want some good info, like what she's saying. So when it's cold like that and it's partially dry, that's when your paper's going to rip. So you just need to leave it alone, let it dry. Otherwise, you're asking for trouble. You're gonna be sad.
Now, again, it wouldn't have mattered.
Bye, Carrie.
That's just not going to come up.
Right.
I just need to clean it up. But look what happened here. It did get off all of that mucky muck that was on there in the background and still have some kind of interesting... I would have liked for some more of this to come through, but you just have to go really heavy with your PanPastels. That's one of the things. Look at this edge over here.
Yeah, because really, like, what's happening, and what explains why you get some off onto the paint is because it is heavily put on there. So what is sticking to the plate acts as a resist. Whatever's kind of behind that is gonna then be able to pull up. Fun stuff there.
Fun stuff there.
Mo loves that green gold combination of color.
I do too, Mo. I really honestly do like that a lot. Okay, I'll just clean this. You don't need to watch me do that. That's not very interesting.
Okay, is the artist due to folk art paint? I don't know, Ricky. Mm-hmm. Oh, the striation due to the folk art.
Oh, because of the paint.
Maybe.
Could be. Found this on the floor. I don't know what it is.
More likely it comes from the brayer and the fact that she doesn't clean her brayer.
Most likely.
And that it has buildup and then it gets kind of striated onto there. And so until she cleans it, striations will happen.
Yeah, because see, look at it right now.
See that? See those little bumpy things on there? They create striations.
Yes, yeah, see that little nipple?
Brayer bumpies.
I know this. Poor brayer.
Brayer blemishes.
I mean, look at it. You can tell it's been around a while.
What am I doing tomorrow? I want to do, because I was so efficient with my color combo, I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna do another journal page. I want to use the rainbows. I maybe want to use the numbers.
I want to use the rainbows on my gel plate.
Okay.
Do we have a... I guess I could just stamp them on. Stamp it on there with paint and then, you know, fill in the rainbow with PanPastel.
Oh, you could do that. Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to do something like that.
So Jenny, a lot of folks kind of clean as they go. Like when the paint's still wet enough. She's laughing because she just knows what I'm talking to you about here. If you kind of clean it up as you go, like with a wet wipe or have a wet cloth or a, you know, this or that, clean as you go, you're going to not run into that. Now, here is the benefit of letting it build up on your brayer. You let it dry, and if it is thick enough, you can get a skin. That's when people are talking about like paint skins. You can get them from your brayer.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it builds up there long enough. And one of the things is that you will want to make sure that a metallic is not the first color you use with your brayer if you plan on skinning the brayer. Because metallics just do a weird thing to it, and it just it doesn't come off in that layer, and then it peels and it breaks, and it's just not like, you don't get a nice clean peel. You can soak them, like, so if you have let it sit up on there and you can't get it off, and maybe you have gone ahead and used the metallic and you just need to let it soak, yes, the Murphy's oil is the way to go. We have a great link to our website with then links over to a video that Eddie did regarding soaking not only like your brayer, but your, different tools and even stencils in the Murphy's oil.
What I will do with this is I will take this in and soak it and then rub off the paper.
Yeah.
Because at this point, there's just really not anything else to do.
Oh, we're at time. So how do you skin a brayer? We have done it a few times. Basically, you just peel back and those nail tools. are very helpful.
This little jobber right here, you know, the cuticle thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely instrumental.
Oh, look, you're about due.
I'll just start it for you. But see how I stretch that out? And then I just work myself under the skin there.
And if you want it straight, then you can lift it and then kind of trim it as you go. And then that way it'll be a nice even.
I usually...
We know the... We know
okay, here we go. Okay. Can you see it?
Uh-huh. If you're a picker, this is satisfying.
Very satisfying. Now, what Mariah said, okay, I stretch it up a little bit. Then I take my little embroidery scissors.
Stay at the top. Do not touch your brayer.
Do not poke it down
because you will cause then
you will be
issues.
Very unhappy about that. But then you can see what's happening here.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Hold that up in the technology and folks can see it. And there you go. Now I gotta say, love ya.
Like a
long haul.
See y'all tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Hey, look at that. Pinky.
Pinky.